To the extent cancel culture explains something that is more than cancellation, it is an overall speech climate in which people are afraid of not just losing their job, but also just becoming publicly shamed, to use the John Ronson argument, right? Or the John Ronson framing. Because people are nervous about becoming the main character on Twitter, because that kind of nervousness will constrain what you say, I think it's important to ask a question of simply, how do you get wildly disproportionate punishments for speech infractions in any direction? And that, to me, and this is a cut that I haven't seen too many people make, that to me is a lot to do with the behavior of whoever it is you have offended. And one of the things that offends me in the cancel culture debate, kind of quote unquote, is a lot of the people who are most ideologically anti-cancel culture constantly engage in what I think of as cancel behavior. So the thing where you pull a tweet from somebody who is much less powerful than you, and you raise it up as something ridiculous or that should be mocked, and you dunk on it to all of your followers. So you begin hitting that algorithmic virality thing. And sometimes you have enough power that the person gets fired. Again, Will Wilkinson at the Niskanen Center, after he tweeted about Mike Pence and the right, is an example that's happening to somebody where it was generated by the right. But just in general, like I see among some of the anti-cancel culture folks, like a real tendency to take this random academic out here, and they said something super woke that I would probably agree is a little bit nutty, but just they try to get them mobbed. And I don't think they think of themselves as doing it. Like, one of the things that is big on my way of approaching this is that the incentives, particularly of Twitter, which is, I think, a locus of this, so obviously not the only one, the incentives of Twitter, you are often doing an individual act that you don't intend to lead to a collective conclusion. So everybody individually who's dunking on this person may think to themselves, I'm just participating in the conversation, I'm making an argument, I'm saying that something I think is bad. But the place where it becomes a problem for a university, for a journalistic organization, for a corporation of some other kind, for a public institution, is when enough people are doing it algorithmically now that it's become a kind of PR disaster.